off the wagon a bit. Friday through Sunday. Friday through Sunday is not long enough for you to do any real damage. Okay, so don't stress about that. That's not the end of the world. So you got on here, all went well, except you fucked up during your work trip to Miami. Friday through Sunday, you went ahead in the Cuban food, rice, beans, ham, croquettes, and roast pork. Yeah, very tasty indeed. But it's cost you some progress, probably. Not really. It's tiny. Get back on track this week, and that's all you really need to do is get back on track this week. We're not going to make any changes. We're just going to ask you to jump on the calories you're supposed to be hitting, and that'll be enough. You don't need to restrict any further. You don't need to do anything crazy. Just get back on track, back on the horse, and that should take us through. We'll look through the rest of the check-in form regardless. We'll have a little look at that and see if that takes us anywhere else. Okay. Good way yourself Friday through Sunday. Obviously because you were travelling. Not the end of the world. Let's have a look. So, average food, 191 on the protein, so we're a little bit short. 63 on the fat, so it's actually not too terrible. It's over, but it's not too terrible. 245 on the carbs, so yeah, we're over, but we're only over by about 15-16 grams. So this isn't. If this is the worst of it, then this is not really that bad. Okay, it's not as bad as you've made out. Step count. You actually smashed that, so you're at nearly 17,000, so that's almost 4,000 steps a day extra. And a big chunk of that was at the weekend. That is going to have an impact. It's going to keep things from being too terrible there. Now you're up by a centimetre on your waist. Let's have a quick look at this though. 83.5 from 83. You're up by half a centimetre on your waist, and that half centimetre is probably largely inflammation due to the fact that you went in a little bit food wise. And that's pretty much it. And the chances are that obviously the food that you were eating Friday, Saturday and Sunday was quite kind of rich and full of sodium. So it's going to have caused you a little bit of water retention as a result. Not something I think we need to be too concerned about. Okay. Body weight unchanged this week. Seems to be the same all week, but regardless, there's no need for us to panic at this stage. No need for us to panic at all at this stage. So what we're going to be looking at doing is we're going to be looking at getting a reset in, which is basically just the same as the previous week's calories, because simply put, that's all that's really necessary here. Okay, we don't need to go crazy and do anything like out of the ordinary. However, one thing we are going to need to change is the check-in form, because we are here at the end of your current check-in form. The check-in form that I have generates only 2 years worth of sheets. So at this point, I normally change people over to a new form, which is exactly what's going to be happening with yours. Once I get this in place. And that's going to look something like, here we go, week 1. Well, we know it's not week 1, but we know that this is how things are going to be looking going forward. So with regards to your nutrition, we don't need to change anything. We can keep that as is, because all we really need to do is continue and get a good solid weekend. So no changes to nutrition, no changes to activity. Leave it all alone, and keep the ball rolling on this. Okay. Any questions, any issues, any problems whatsoever, you know the drill. AJ, as per usual, drop me on WhatsApp.